Know how to get your audience's attention. Let's jump right into this, okay? You're going to take inventory of your audience's beliefs. What kind of glasses did they wear? Are they rose colored? Are they blue? Are they green? What are their values? You want to know what kind of beliefs they hold, and how those beliefs might impact how they're going to view what we're selling them. And ultimately, you need to know what you're going to say to align your product with their worldview. Does that make sense? So you have to know who you're selling to in order to know what their worldview is, how they see the world, how they see themselves in the world, and how they see themselves in relation to your product for you to be able to successfully sell your product to them. Okay? You want to make a good first impression, which means you're going to hook them. And this takes some prior planning. You're going to use a worldview analysis in order to hunt for ideas, commonalities where there's a match between what their worldview is and what your product's worldview is. In other words, like who your product serves. And then you're going to focus on those commonalities. So it's like a cross section between the two. That's like the sweet spot, the magical spot right there. Then you're going to target only the fanatical people who already know that they need you and they want you. So the marketing is selling is not about trying to convince or educate somebody to buy your product. And that is one of the biggest violations that people do when they're not sure how to sell things, is they try to educate and convince somebody to buy their product. The people you want to sell to already know they need your product, and they know they love you, and they want to buy it from you, and they want to buy the product that you make. So you're going to find those people, okay? The next thing you need is something that's really important, and it's one of those things that you don't normally know to do, but I'm going to tell you that you need to have mystery and curiosity when you're trying to market your craft products. Like your tumblers, for example. You need to leave a little bit of mystery around what you have to offer and curiosity. You want them leaning in to find out more. Don't give it away all up front, okay? And the last thing that I kind of want to cover here is that you have to have a strong opinion about who you are, what your positions are. You ever notice how like political swag merchandise is not at all confused about where it stands? You're either, for example, Republican or Democrat, and you are hardcore. That's like a passionate, irrational audience. They know without a doubt what side of the line they want to be on. You want to have a strong opinion about things that are important to you. And this weeds out your audience. So remember, I said in another module that you can't please everybody. You can only help the people who are in alignment with your values, your perception, your worldview, because that's what you know and that's what you can offer them. You don't want to try to appease everybody. This allows you to weed out the people who don't agree or don't like maybe your product or don't agree with what you stand for, and let them go. For crying out loud, please do not get caught up in the social media wars of a back and forth. There are so many people to sell to that love your opinions, that can't wait to hear about you. Focus on that. Don't get yourself caught up in people who disagree. It's not worth it, and you're just wasting time and not making money. So those are 6 things that you will use to get their attention as a starting point. It takes a lot of not a lot, but it takes some background research. So understand that when you're trying to sell a product, a lot goes into it before you even make that product. You have to know who you're trying to serve. You have to know what they want, and you simply just give it to them. Don't try to reinvent the wheel, make something else. Just give it to them. If we're talking about tumblers, and let's go back to the political view, and you are Republican and you want to make Trump tumblers or Republican themed tumblers, you're very clear about what Republicans would want if you are one. So that's an example of like their worldview and your worldview, and where they intersect would be like Trump. So you could do a series of Trump tumblers, and then it makes it easier for you. It's crystal clear where you can find Trump supporters who would love your tumblers, right? So that's the kind of method that you're going to use when you're trying to determine how to sell your tumblers and who you're going to sell them to. Don't make a bunch of tumblers and then try to sell them. Find out what audience you want to serve, find out what they want, who they are, and then make tumblers according to what they want and just give it to them. So I hope that's been helpful. I'll see you in the next episode.